Woo! What's going on, everybody? How's it going out there? Welcome to Orum'S Den. Thanks for coming into the chat. Your boy's going solo today. We could talk about whatever you want. I got a few things on my mind. Let's say hi to everybody that's in the chat. There's not too many of us here, but that's okay, man. We'll get a little more later on. We can watch this, spread it out, guys. Share it, like it up. I really appreciate it, guys. Jamie Ward, how's it going, brother? How you doing? What's up? What's up? Back to you, brother. How you doing? Lion King, hope you're mocking tonight. I won't be doing a mock on live, but actually I did do a mock today, Lion King. I did do a mock. I'll share it with you. I didn't put a lot of effort into it. I went on the Draft Network, just did the fun one, just to see what was going on. It's not even a legit mock. There's, I think there was. How many picks did I have? I think it was 9 picks altogether. I'm not too sure. I know we're going to have a couple extra, and because we're getting some comp picks here and there. So I don't even know if this even included comp picks, but we had picks. I think teams were trading with me. I didn't even know that were trading with me, and I wasn't even accepting any trades, but I was getting moved around all over the place. So I'll share it with you in a little bit, and we'll see what's up. I'll probably put the names in the comment. You tell me how you guys like them. I know there's a few guys in there that I got to learn a little bit more about, but we'll see what's up. What's going on, Vash Darwin? How you doing, buddy? You all good? Rob Swift in the building. How you doing, buddy? What's the topic of discussion today? Anything you guys want to talk about? Ask some questions. We'll talk about NFL playoffs. Talk about do a little bit of mock. Talk about some mocks. Talk about some players, some college players coming out. Somebody player dying a hill if they do cool. It's whatever for sure, brother. Here, just let me go through everything. So Paul Giroux, and I'm saying your name wrong. What about Nakobe Dean being the Lions' first draft pick? We'll talk about that in a bit too. I like him a lot. I don't know about number 2. I think he's a stud though, but I'd rather have that edge rusher. But he is a guy that Detroit Lions could probably take a look at for sure. What's going on, Kenneth Womack? Thanks for coming into the building. I appreciate it. My boy, Madness, what's up, buddy? How you doing, my friend? Forbidden Knowledge. I don't know if I've known what's going on, bro. What up, though, Mark? Forbidden Knowledge. I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before. Thanks for joining in, brother. What's going on? What up, though? Go Lions. What's up, buddy? How you doing, my friend? Jeff Berg in the building. Hello, Lions Nation. Absolutely. I set the reminder this time. Good job, James Willis. Thank you for joining. I love it. How about them great games? I did good on my picks. You did good, too. Yeah, I did good, buddy. I went 3-1. Yeah, I took the Chiefs to beat Buffalo. I never know I wanted Buffalo to win. I took the Rams to win. I took Green Bay to beat San Fran. That was one I got wrong. That was the only one I got wrong. I went 3-1. I would have lost money this week if I would have bet, though. Last week would have been a whole different story. If I would have bet money, I would have won like $500. But I decided to not bet. Stupid. Patty Grimes, what's going on, bro? How's it going? Michael Peters, what's going on? Looking all professional in that pick. I love it. So what's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? First of all, I want to do a quick shout out to this is a nice shout out for David Ortiz. Congratulations, David Ortiz. You made the Hall of Fame. A guy that probably should have made the Hall of Fame for sure. First ballot. DH for most of his career. I know he started off with the Twins, obviously, and then he skyrocketed. Won a couple World Series with the Boston Red Sox. Hit a lot of home runs. Drove in a lot of RBIs. Was linked to some steroid use, this and that, but anyways, he got in. And then I want to say to Major League Baseball for absolutely screwing it up. Not saying that David Ortiz didn't belong in the Hall of Fame, because he 100% does, but leaving guys out like Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds is just another sign that you guys are weak, and it's absolutely ridiculous on how the writers can actually do this to baseball players. First of all, David Ortiz took juice back in the day. You can deny it all you want, this and that. We talk about that and say this, but what David Ortiz was? He was a solid gem to the to the baseball writers, to the media. He was a nice guy. He's Big Papi. He'd come and hug you. He'd ask you how your family was. He was just that guy. He was one of the friendliest guys out there. And that's a big reason why he's in. There's Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens. They tell you to F off as soon as they said hi to you. So there's reasons why they're not in, and it's dumb reasons. It's absolutely stupid reasons. Major League Baseball, you screwed up again. This is why nobody is interested. This actually hurts because I'm a baseball guy, but nobody's interested in baseball. No one's interested in it. It's things like this with these old timers, man, that get all butthurt when Barry Bonds told everybody to beat it and get out of my locker room, and Roger Clemens slammed the doors on you and told you to take a hike too. That's why those guys belong in the Hall of Fame. They should be in. One guy going into the Hall of Fame this weekend or yesterday, or whatever it was. It's asinine. But Ortiz deserved it, got what he deserved, and I like it a lot that he's in. But you screwed up by not letting guys like Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens in. Those guys belong in there 100%. So we'll see. Jeff Berg, just seen an article on Saints' possible cuts. They had lines interested in Kamara. Thoughts? Well, that'd be interesting. I don't really think we're. Can you guys hear me, by the way? You guys hear me? Tell me if you can hear me. I think you can. Because Madison said Big Papi. Just give me a thumbs up. What's up, Chrome? How's it going? I love that. That's a cool looking avatar, man. I like that avatar. Steve, what's going on, Steve? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for answering the question. Jeff Berg, just seen an article on the Saints' possible cuts. They had lines interested in Kamara. Kamara is a stud, but I don't really know if we necessarily need him. But who you getting rid of? You're gonna get rid of him? Probably Jamal Williams. Obviously, have a combination of DeAndre Swift and an Alvin Kamara. That'd be interesting. I think they're a lot of the same kind of player, to tell you the truth. Kamara would be a lot of money too, actually. So it would be interesting. I just have to see. We have a little bit of money tied up. We have about $33 million, but plus whatever we need. And I think there's going to be more coming along the way with some cuts. I think Flowers getting cut. That's going to save us another 10 plus, something like that. So we could have a range of up 40 something million, $50 million to play with going into 2022. That would be interesting. Loud and clear. Thanks, guys. All right, what's going on, Alan Dana? How you doing? Roy boy, what's up, brother? Sam, big game this weekend, buddy. Big game, Roy boy. Big game. You got the LA Rams number. We're going to see what happens here. Loud and clear. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. You guys appreciate it. Thumbs up. You guys are the best. Awesome. They special area for the steroid era players in the Hall of Fame. Well, Ortiz is one of them. If they're going to do the Hall of Fame like that, you don't just do it because guys are nice. Like Ortiz belongs in the Hall of Fame. I'm not going to even comment on that. Belongs in the Hall of Fame. But if you're going to go with that stuff and say, oh, it's steroids, it's not. It has completely to do with how they were treated. And these old timers are ridiculous. These old time writers, these journalists that can have the balls to actually leave guys out like Bonds and Clemens. They belong in the Hall of Fame. They'll get in eventually, but it's just stupid. I went to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Barry Bonds, McGuire, so I was there. So stories being told. That's the most important part. They just don't have a plaque. Yeah, and they deserve a plaque because you can't tell the story without Bonds, McGuire, and Sosa. They saved baseball. McGuire and Sosa, during that run where they were hitting home runs left and right, they saved baseball. Baseball is already a dying sport. It's dying. It literally is. It's one sport that needs a lot of help. Like, I don't think it'll ever go away. Because I just don't think it will. But it's not as popular, man. It's starting to fall to the wayside, man. They need something. You got to put guys like Barry Bonds and McGuire and Sosa and Clemens. Those guys need to go in. And this is not a oh my God, what am I going to tell my kids thing? Your kids, this is irrelevant. This is completely irrelevant. Baseball, steroids were were in baseball up until 1991. They were doing juice. Barry Bonds was putting up numbers before he got on the sauce. Did his numbers explode? Absolutely. He got bigger. He got stronger. It happens. Steroids don't turn you into a great ball player, though. They give you some power. It gives you a little more quickness, of course. But it's nothing to do with hand-eye coordination. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. It's just guys like that, man. They belong in the Hall of Fame. If you're gonna do one guy, if you're gonna put one guy in like Ortiz, you need to put everybody else in too as well. Packers ended the season on a 2-game losing streak. I love it. I love the Packers. I love seeing the Packers getting decimated, leaving. I love Aaron Rodgers blaming everybody but himself. Love it. What's going up, Joey 2 times? I haven't seen you in a while, brother. How you been? Joey 2 times. What up? It's been a minute. Where you been, bro? I'm here to pound the Pete Carmichael drum. Pete Carmichael? Uh-oh. I gotta look him up. Who's Pete Carmichael? You gotta remind me. Agreed. It was so entertaining, kind of like the scandal with Shoeless Joe. Exactly. It's just, you know what I mean? It was very entertaining. Baseball's an entertaining sport. It's supposed to be entertaining, man. You know, everybody loves the long ball. Chicks love the long ball, whatever that saying was. Not having guys in because, you know, you were butthurt as a writer and you don't put him in because he didn't treat you well is just beyond asinine to me. It's beyond asinine. And it still is, bro. And it still is. It's still in the business, man. There's a lot of ways of masking it now. There's more ways, but there's guys on juice still. There's guys, man. Let's just come on. I agree. If they let guys like Cobbin and Big Papi, they need to let all the guys in. That's just the way it should be, Rob Swift. That's just the way it should be. You shouldn't just pick one guy and then leave out guys that, you know, they all did juice. They all linked to steroids. So you can't just leave in it. You can't just put a guy in because he was nice to you. And that's the way that these writers do it. If you don't believe me, look it up. It's clear as day. Roger's very self-centered. What's going on, Zaquad? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Glad they lost, so he leaves Green Bay. That's a topic too. Don't know where he's going. I know he's going to need to make a decision soon. I don't know what's going on with that. I seen KC versus Buffalo, 64 million viewers, all 6 World Series games, 64 combined. Facts. There you go. You know what I mean? That's kind of that's kind of my point too. Baseball's dying. Baseball is dying. That's a lot of views in six, but it doesn't compare to football. It doesn't compare. Major League Baseball is opening windows on the Titanic, and it's sinking. And it's literally sinking, bro. It is, man. And it hurts me because I'm a baseball guy. Nick Gunjock, what's going on, brother? Would you rather trade the second pick and the Rams pick to the Giants for 5 and 7 or to the Eagles for 15, 16, and 19? Oof. Both those picks look juicy, man. That 5 and 7 and that 15, 16, and 19. 3 picks? Holy cow, eh? That would be crazy, man. In the top 20? 3 picks in the top 20. My goodness. Man, dude, I'm telling you, both these look nice. I'd have to really think about which one I like better here, man. The 3 picks is really nice, so you get those 3 picks, 15, 16, back-to-back, and then you're almost picking right away at 19. I almost like the 3. I almost like the 15, 16, and 19, Nick. You can do a lot of things with that, man. You can do a lot of things. I don't think they're going to trade, but that's something to think about, man. Chicks dig the long ball. They do, bro. They do, man. That's the saying. Pete needs to be in too, man. Pete needs to go in, I think. You know what I mean? Hey, he gambled. So what? Like, you know what I mean? So what, man? So what? Yeah, Roy boy. Not as sorry as I was for not drafting me. I just saw that clip again, too. They showed that clip They kept showing that clip over and over again before that San Fran Green Bay game. I was laughing. Guys with the golden helmets win. Guys with the golden helmets win. What's that mean, Lion King? What's that mean, brother? What's that mean? Poor Buffalo. Overtime rule. You know what? They do suck. Final could have been 120-21. It could have been. You might have saw some guys dying of a heart attack, but the overtime rules, something needs to change there. But I'll tell you one thing, too. Going 40-plus yards in 10 seconds is pathetic on Buffalo's part. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing playing that type of defense? You got 40-plus yards in 10 seconds. You got to put some blame on the defense there, bro. Just a little bit. He said on Pat McAfee Tuesday he was considering retirement. He definitely don't want to do free agency, but will and open for a trade and going to make decisions before draft. Well, he's not a free agent. He's not a free agent, so I don't know what he's talking about there. He's definitely not going to do that unless they outright release him, which I don't think they will. They're out. Green Bay's out is this year. They could release him, but if you could get something for the guy. I heard the latest. I heard the Denver's right back in the mix again. Adams and Rodgers want to go to Denver, but now it's all up to Denver to to come up with a package, obviously, and then Green Bay's got to be willing to get rid of him, and I think they are now. They have to be. I don't think they want to deal with this crap anymore. I have a feeling he's getting traded. I've said Pittsburgh, but Denver's a really good spot, man. Shout out to the NFL playoffs for curing COVID. I know, eh? No one's got COVID now. So surprising. Absolutely crazy. How do I feel about Stafford in the playoffs? I want to see him do well as always, just not against Detroit. You know what? I've made a video on it, Go Lions. I'm happy. I'm absolutely happy for Matt Stafford. And I'm actually sad at the same time for the organization. This organization, bro, this is a black eye. This is a kick in the balls against the organization. We had this kid here for 12 years, bro. You know, and he doesn't. It's not just everybody else's fault, but Matt's. He takes blame 100%. He has to shoulder a lot of the blame too as well. But the organization, it just shows how good of a quarterback he is. And if you put some players around him, you could win with him. Back then, though, when we had Stafford in the playoffs, like 2011, 2014, 2017, he was a different quarterback then, believe it or not. I think he was a little bit worse of a quarterback. He was always looking for CJ. Didn't have a lot of range, it didn't seem like. It seemed like he was just always looking for, always looking for 81. Always looking for where was CJ. And that's hard to not look for him. 6'5", 240 pounds. You're going to look for CJ all day. But it pains me, and this organization should take this personal. Guys like Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell should take this personal. They had nothing to do with Stafford. They got rid of him when he asked to be released or traded, I mean. And but they should take this personal because now they're here for 5-6 years. This should be personal. Their quarterback that they had for 12 years is one game away from a Super Bowl. One. We never could say that for 12 years. I know how good Stafford was. He was a damn good quarterback here. Did he need help? Of course. Every quarterback really does. If you look at the big picture, they all need help. But I'm just pissed off that they couldn't surround everybody, like even Sue, even Calvin, even guys like Stephen Tulloch, Darius Slay, couldn't surround these guys with enough talent, only for like a year or two, and then it would blow up. Like, you have to be able to retain talent, and this organization couldn't. They couldn't do it, so they can never get going. They starting to get good in 2013. They looked like they were going to improve. 2014, they got a great defense, make the playoffs. I think they win like 11 games or whatever it was. I forget how many games. I think it was 11. And then they got blown up. And then he goes 1 year removed, bro. 1 year removed. And he's in one game away from the Super Bowl. That pisses me off as a fan. That pisses me off, man. And They should have been able to build around guys like Sue, Stafford, Calvin, and they just couldn't. And they just couldn't hold those players together. That's what pisses me off, man. Yeah, it should be similar to college. I wouldn't be bad. I would do the Eagles trade. That's not a bad sounding trade. I don't mind it. Grief, I wish Pete would be in. He was a super entertaining, yeah, for sure. If Niners lose, I'll be rooting for Stafford. You know what I mean? Like I'm not rooting for the Rams. I'm not a Rams fan. People got to get that straight. Everyone, man, people are like, go be a Rams fan, man, if you're going to go for Stafford. No. I just want to see Stafford succeed. Sorry that he's a Ram. I know we're linked to the Rams for the next 2 years because of draft picks, but like, you know what? We had a good quarterback here, and this is what you get. This is what you get, Lions fans. Seriously, this is what you get, Lions organization. You had a guy that you could have did something with. Now, I think he's a much better quarterback now. He was a much better quarterback after, believe it or not, he was a better quarterback when CJ left. Not that him and CJ weren't great together, because they were, but he became a more efficient quarterback. He wasn't looking for number 81 constantly. He was spreading the ball around to the running backs, to the wide receivers, to the tight ends, different running backs, different wide receivers. It's just he became a different quarterback, and he's a different quarterback now. But they should have won with him here. They should have at least won a playoff or a couple playoff games. They should have. 49ers have them golden helmets. Oh, that's right, man. That's right. For some reason, I was thinking Notre Dame. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? I get it, Lion King. I get it. Prevent defense is goofy. It's stupid, man. It prevents you from winning. That's exactly what it is. Prevents you from winning. I don't know why you would play prevent defense against Pat Mahomes. That's mind-boggling to me. That's mind-boggling. True, Pete Rose never bet on himself. That to me speaks volumes, so he wasn't throwing games. That we know of. That was never proved, right? I love Charlie Hustle. Get him in there. He'll get in too eventually. He'll get in. New overtime rules should be that the head coaches have to wrestle at midfield for the win, all greased up. Oof. I don't know. Get Dan Campbell in there. It's a win-win every time. Said it then, Omar. How about Dak running the ball in last play? That was stupid too. That was dumb on Dak Prescott and Kellen Moore, the OC. Only thing that I'm like, I always try to look at the other side of it, though, Madness. I always try to look at the other side of it, and I'm like, okay, listen, nothing was open on the sidelines. Nothing. Dak wasn't getting the ball to anybody on the sidelines. Everything was open up middle. Now, it has to be executed perfectly. If you're going to run that ball up the middle like that with that much time left, get down earlier, okay? And don't hand the ball to your center. Look for the ref. The ref got there. He was a little bit behind, but he got there, okay? And that's all on Dak. But if that would have been executed a little bit better, it might have worked. They just missed it. Dak ran 7 yards too far, and then you still would have had to get it in the end zone, so you had to score a touchdown, I believe, to tie it. So the play itself was bad, but I get that why they kind of did it, because it was the only thing open. You could have threw the ball. There. Probably would have been better. But I'm just saying, they almost did it, man. If Dak hands the ball to the ref, it might be a different story. Hard to make the rules fair, because if your rules were both teams get the ball, it could turn into where players are getting hurt. That's what it's all about, Zakwa. That's what it's all about, man. It's all about they don't want these NFL guys out there longer than they already are. Going back and forth, this could be a long process. Guys get hurt, man. So I don't know. They're probably going to look into it for some type of rule change. I personally think that they should, if they do score a touchdown, this is just me. I'm a little bit selfish. If the team does score on their first drive a touchdown, like Kansas City did against Buffalo, I think Buffalo should get a shot. They have to score a touchdown, though. You have to score a touchdown to at least tie it. Then if you tie it, then all of a sudden it's next point. I think the other team should get another opportunity. That's just me. I think it's a lot of people, actually, not just me. Yeah, I seen Pittsburgh, Indy on the mix too, Denver, LA. There's Las Vegas. There's some teams that are involved apparently. But I keep hearing Denver. Just like it was Denver last year. They were saying Denver was making a play for him last year and that he wants to go there. So there's word out that Rodgers and Adams want to go there. And Adams is apparently saying he doesn't want to play with anybody but Aaron Rodgers. He's pulling a Gronk, just like Gronk did with Tom Brady. Because if you guys do remember, we had Rob Gronkowski in a trade years ago. And he told the Patriots, I will retire. The only guy I want to play with. He told the story on Fox. I'm sure a lot of you guys know this story. We had Rob Gronkowski in a trade. It was done. It was a done deal. But Rob said, if you trade me, I'm just going to retire. And everybody took it as a shot at the Lions organization and Matthew Stafford. It was just, he's like, no, he's like, I just didn't want to play with anybody but Tom Brady. He goes, that's the only guy I want me throwing a football. I'm sure the Lions organization, it had something to do with it too, though. But let's not kid ourselves. But my whole point is Devontae Adams is pulling a Gronk. He only wants to play with Rodgers. Let's see what happens there. Pete Rose belongs in a hall, 100%. I'm happy with 2 first-round picks, no matter if it's 32 or 1 or 32. Exactly, man. I'm okay wherever we are. It's not where you pick, it's who you pick. And I trust Brad Holmes. Yeah, Vash. Losing starts at the top, Mr. Ford. 100%, man. Senior Bowl only days away. I'm looking, man. I haven't really gone through deep the rosters though. I need to go a little bit deeper into the rosters. Dead on. Mark Lions management lost 2 Hall of Famers and a future one that left too soon. Well, Megatron and Sanders left too soon. Yeah, Campbell should stand up. No, these guys got to take this stuff personal, man. They have to take it personal. Even though Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell have nothing to do with Matt Stafford, you have to take this personal, man. This is a shot to the organization again. Just making the Lions look like fools once again. Lions going to get a real good look at Malik Willis. Yeah, should be interesting. Senior Bowl. I want to know how he processes plays and defenses. He's my favorite quarterback coming out in this draft. I've always said, I know back earlier in the year, I was like, I didn't know where we were going to be with our pick. I was like, they got to take a hard look at Malik Willis. This is when Jared Goff was playing like doo-doo. And I was like, I'm all for a quarterback in the top 5, top 10 pick, wherever we pick. Now I don't want to take Malik Willis out high. It's not necessarily because of Jared Goff. Jared Goff did play better down the stretch, played phenomenal football actually the last 5-6 weeks of the year. If you really want to look at his numbers, they were great. He wasn't giving the ball away. He was throwing touchdowns. He looked confident. I'm not saying he's the guy, but I'm just saying he deserves another shot, I think, for 2022. But I'm not going to get my hooks into him and think, oh, no, he's the guy, because he can be replaced. But Malik Willis, he's falling in the draft now. Senior Bowl might be a little bit different. There's going to be all kinds of people around. There's going to be scouts everywhere for this. So I think scouts can go to this game. Obviously they can, but the Lions and the Jets, they're going to have first looks at these players, these kids, which is awesome. And he's a guy that I'm really interested in, Rob. He's a guy that I really, really would like to see. I think he could be a better Lamar Jackson. I just think he needs help, though. He does need help. He was beat up at Liberty, man. Bad O-line play, not the greatest weapons to throw to. A couple nice ones, but nothing big. Every quarterback needs an escape guy, like the main guy, 100%. Stafford's first playoff win should have been in Dallas. That pickup made me want to vomit. It was the worst thing ever. You can't call a penalty like that and pick it up, but that's Lions luck, man. That's just Lions luck. Defense helps. Facts, Mark. Thanks, brother. What's going on, Dr. D? Good to see you in here, Dr. Detroit. Stafford did good with Megatron with what he had to. He did phenomenal with Megatron, bro. He did great. Hey, Megatron's in the Hall of Fame. He didn't just do it all by himself. Yes, man, he's an absolute specimen, but hey, we know who was throwing him the football. You have to be able to retain talent. That's true, bro. It's the truth, bro. You have to be able to retain it. We never could. Imagine if they could retain that 2014 team. That thing got blown up. Sue left. I think Tulloch retired. Glover Quinn might have played a couple more years. It seemed like they just fell apart, man. Nick Fairley, wasn't the same. A lot of those guys just rolled or retired or left, quit. It was weird. We just became really bad. Then we made the playoffs a few years later. It's just nothing consistent. You have to be able to retain talent, man. No? No. You know what I mean? I'm rooting for Stafford. I'm rooting for him too. At this point, I don't care anymore. Madness. I don't care about the pick. I never really did, to be honest with you. I kind of let the cat out of the bag not too long ago. I think on the Gridiron Blitz show, Kool-Aid on his show. I always knew that this first round Rams pick was going to be mid-20s. Now it's at 29. It could get possibly worse. It could become 31 or 32. So right now they're at 29. So if we end up with the 29th pick, we end up with the 29th pick. We get the 32nd pick, we get the 32nd pick. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I never really focused on it because I knew that pick was going to be low. I knew it was going to be in the 20s. And if you didn't know that, as a Lions fan, I don't know what to tell you. I don't really know what to tell you. It's because the Rams are not a bad football team, and they became a better football team when Stafford got there. And they got Von Miller. They picked up Von Miller late, picked up OBJ late. They already had Aaron Donald. They got Jalen Ramsey, who got burned real bad, by the way, on that game last weekend. Wow, real bad by Mike Evans. Mike Evans is not supposed to be able to run that fast, and he did. I'm rooting for number 9 till don't matter. I don't care about stats. I don't care about stats either, bro. 9RS till I don't care about stats. I'm not a huge stat guy either. I'm not sure what that's about, but yeah, it's crazy to me that Campbell's going to Senior Bowl without an OC in place. Yeah, that's a little bit. They're going to have to do a little bit of. I think that's why I almost think Ben Johnson is going to get the job. Ben Johnson is already in-house. He's promoted from tight ends coach to passing attack coordinator. Don't be surprised, bro, if he becomes the OC. They'll make the decision. They should be making this decision soon. Like they have to find an OC. They have to either hire one or name Ben Johnson one. Because that is a good comment by you, Joey, 2 times. That's a great comment actually by you, because I was actually thinking that the other day and I haven't really talked about it, but I think Ben Johnson is going to be the guy. I think he's going to get the nod. He's going to get the promotion, the second promotion now. So we'll wait on that. And if that happens, then it makes even more sense, right? We better not build right. We better build right, get the right guys, hit bullseyes on our upcoming draft pick. Yeah. I trust in Holmes, and Holmes we trust, my friend. We trust in him. We all know who I'm writing. Who are we voting for again, brother? You're not I forget, dude. Jim Caldwell has a second interview, Jacksonville and Chicago. Yep. Jim Caldwell has a second interview, Jacksonville and Chicago. Dan Quinn, I saw, got a second interview with Chicago as well. I don't know if he was in the Jacksonville sweepstakes, but it looks like Caldwell's going to get either a job in Jacksonville or Chicago. Good for him. Good for Jimmy. Go better overtime for sure, but it don't matter. Why not talk about Caldwell? Caldwell's all right, man. Caldwell's going to get a job. Hey, man, he deserves a job. I had nothing really against Caldwell. Man. You know what I mean? He did really good here. His in-game management was kind of terrible. He never really improved on that. He was a player's coach, though. He was a guy that everybody loved. Guys like Slay and Glover Quinn, they all voiced their disapproval when Caldwell got got released from the Detroit Lions head coaching gig. We've had some talks on here with our guys from ISN. A couple guys think that Stafford kind of mentally checked out when Jim Caldwell got fired. I think that might have been the case as well too, because he was a player's coach. He was a good coach. There were some things that he could have improved on, and he didn't really seem to do it. Didn't really do it in Indy. Didn't do it in Detroit. He's just his in-game prowess, his in-game management skills are just like they were like, what are you doing? Like, it's just some of that. And we all knew that Quinn was firing. He wanted to fire Caldwell year one. Never did, though. I think they just told him you can't do that. And then year two, man, he was dead man walking, man. He wanted his BFF Patricia in here from day one, and it set us back years. You guys know what up, man. You guys know how that happened. The dude has nothing but respect for Detroit and the Lions. Why should fans hate him beyond me? But they love Slay. Slay good too. But they hate Stafford because it's easy. Because they blame because delusional Lions fans blame the quarterback for everything. So it's just easy. It's easy to do, madness. It's weak and it's lazy. But it's easy. You can just, you know what I mean? You can't blame Darius Slay. He doesn't touch the ball all the time. That's their excuse. Oh, Stafford makes the most money and Stafford touches the ball on every offensive play. You can't even make up that stuff. So we all know what type of quarterback he was. He was a good quarterback. He was a great person. He was great for the city. He did good things. He did bad things. He wasn't perfect. He looked elite at times and he looked terrible at times. He needed help, but he was good enough to win, and they should have won for him. Yeah, what's going on, Hatter's House 710? Nice to see you in the chat. I appreciate it a lot. I'm rooting for KC. Yeah, I'm done with KC. I kind of want to see the Bengals. Beat them, but I don't think they're gonna. I think it's going to be a good game, though, man. I think it's going to be a good game. I don't know if Cincinnati's going to be able to pull off what they did in week 14, week 17, whatever it was. That'd be tough. I want the Niners to win one. Yeah, I don't care too much for the Niners. No, he got second from both teams. I don't have anything to do with the Rooney Rule. I never said nothing about the Rooney Rule. I think that's someone else in the chat that. I know he got a second interview with. We're talking about Caldwell, I think here with Jacksonville and Chicago, right? And then I know Dan Quinn got a second interview with Chicago too. So those are probably the two candidates. I think Caldwell is getting more serious interviews than Aaron Glenn. Yeah. Caldwell's going to probably become a head coach. He's either getting the Chicago or Jacksonville job. Aaron Glenn's not going to be taken away from us just yet. It's not happening. That, I think, is the Rooney Rule. I think that's the Rooney Rule for the Saints. And then they're hiring Dennis Allen, their defensive coordinator. Mark my words. I'll guarantee it. My hatred for Jerry Rice and Steve Young carries over to now. I loathe the 49ers. I don't really hate the 49ers, man. It's just I had a situation with a Niner fan not too long ago. He's the most obnoxious human being ever in the world. So I'd like to see them lose. So that's just me. I think he's staying. What's going on, Nine Drinks? How you doing, buddy? I think AG stays in Detroit. I think he does too. He's not going to get the Saints job. That's just my opinion. Maybe he does, but I don't think he's going to. I feel that way about Dallas. Rob Smith, yeah, they call us. Me too. I hate Dallas. I hate Dallas too, man. Can't stand. I hope Jim Caldwell, Brian Leftwich gets it. I honestly think Leftwich is going to get that Jacksonville job. I heard there was a little leak that he pretty much got the job, but then I think Jacksonville came out and said, no, we haven't made our decision yet, but he's one of our top guys. I think he's going to get the job, Leftwich. And I think Jim Caldwell is getting the Chicago job. I live in Cali, so the bandwagon, Green Bay, Dallas, the Seattle fans are out of control. Oh, of course they are. Well, the Green Bay ones must be quiet, and the Dallas ones. Bandwagon. Yeah. Lion King, what's up? Micro has rumor of DK Metcalf, the super alien, to the Lions. Maybe. I don't know his his contract. If that's true, man, open arms is the big fella. I would love for that to happen. Because I think Seattle's about to blow it up as well too. I think Seattle's about to blow it up. I don't think DK's happy there. Obviously, I don't think Russell Williams is a very hot. Wilson, wow, Russell Wilson is a very happy camper there too. So there could be looking for some new teams to play for in 2022. The Senior Bowl's in a couple days. I think it's Friday. Friday or Saturday. Pretty sure, Hatter's House. I got to check that out. Pretty sure it's a couple days. Brad Holmes will make great pick at 32 or trade up. I'm not. Yeah, that's the thing, Paul. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about Brad Holmes, man, making a bad pick. I trust him. He nailed last year's pick. Last year's picks up, plural. Levi is a little bit of still a question. I think him getting banged up earlier in camp, man, I think it kind of slowed him down a bit. But, Sewell was a beast. Levi's, he struggled a bit. Ali McNeil was good in spots. I thought he played better than Levi. I think he needs to pick up some of his game as well. I think Derek Barnes was good in spots too. He struggled a little bit too as well, but he was thrown into the fire as a 4th-round pick as well. And, and then Amon-Ra St. Brown, can't say enough. Kid's dynamite. So we'll see what happens there. Hopefully he continues that. And then Jefferson, we didn't really see too much of the running back situation. We need to see a little bit more of him, but Swift and Williams and then Netflix all kind of were playing some good football as well too. So Brad Holmes has a knack for picking up some running backs. That's for damn sure. And then Ifeatu Melifonwu. Wow, kid out of Syracuse. He was another 3rd-round pick. I think the one that we got from the Rams, actually. And he's a guy that I think we need to see a little bit more of, too, as well. But he looked good in spots, too. Big-bodied cornerback. So I'm not worried about Brad Holmes screwing up this draft. What's going on, Don Burr? You got the thinking emoji. What up? What are you thinking about, bud? I would love to see Tib, Dean, and the best one. That'd be amazing. I did a draft. I did a what's it called? A mock draft. Let me tell you what I guys did. It was a fun mock draft. I just kind of did it today. You tell me how. We'll play a little fun game. Here, let me go through this. You guys tell me. That's a new and improved Don B. What's going on, man? Your thoughts on Kenny Pickens? The quarterback? You know what? I like him, man. He's a guy that kind of exploded on the scene at the quarterback position. I think he's going to be the first quarterback taken off the board. A lot of people they won't agree with that. I like him. I think he's a good quarterback. I wouldn't take him at 2. But I like him. Man. He's got a big arm. He can move. He's mobile. I like guys that can be mobile, man. Be mobile. That's it. Rob Swift looking for me in the daytime with the flashlight. Don, you had him fired up yesterday. Not having a rookie salary cap hurt the Lions from keeping the 2,000. There's always a way, though. You got to figure out a way, man. It's bad management. That's bad management, bro. It's bad management. You got to have a capologist. You are right, though. Not having a rookie salary cap hurt big time. But you got to find a way, man. You got to find a way to keep these guys intact. You have to. And that whole team blew up. That's what hurt. I think that hurt a lot. You talk about Pickens, Kenny Pickens. You talk about the wide receiver, Pickens, or are you talking about Kenny Pickens? I'm confused a little bit. Pickens, the Georgia running wide receiver, I like a lot. I do like him a lot. They passed it the next year too. Ashton Robinson, Power on the Rams. Yeah, that's right, man. Robinson and Power on the Rams too. Of course, you know what I mean? I have a sleeper pick. This guy plays linebacker and safety. Could be Troy Anderson on Montana. He could be QB3, and he got some reps last year at linebacker. Oof, the guy's an all-around player. Never even heard of that guy, bro. Troy Anderson out of Montana State. I got to look into him. The guy can play linebacker, safety, and quarterback. That's insane. Never even heard of the guy, man. I got to check him out. It's come down to all the missed draft choice Detroit missed on. They've missed a lot over the years, bro. They've missed a lot. I'm definitely going to look up that guy. Man. Guy can play 3 positions. I know usually when you get drafted into the NFL, you're sticking with one position, usually. So I don't see this guy being a QB3, but maybe I got to look into him. The mock says he's been a Raider for a late pick, special teams guy. It sounds almost like a guy that just like an all around jack of all trades. Sean Payton to Dallas. I heard that's the rumor for next year. Heard Sean Payton for next year. I heard that. I heard he's just waiting in the wings now for that job. But who knows? I think he's going to go to TV for at least a year, go to Fox or CBS or whatever, whoever hire him, and I think he'll take a year off. Maybe some of these guys, when they say they're taking a year off, they don't ever come back. So who knows? Didn't the Lions already have a Zach Zenner who played linebacker, and he had a huge hit on Tristan something from the – now, Zach Zenner was a running back. You're talking of Zach Follett. Zach Follett was the guy that you're thinking of, bro. Why in the hell was Zach becoming when 26 was he to be their head coach? Yeah, he's not. He could be in the mix for. Yeah, he could be in the mix of any job now. But I heard he's taking a year off. He's going to do some TV in the DeLorean, Don. If Glenn leaves, I would think Pleasant gets promoted. Possibility. That's a big time possibility. I don't think Glenn's leaving. No, I'm not even worried about Aaron Glenn going to greener pastures. Senior Bowl stats this week. Campbell better get his staff in place, or he's going to have unemployed coaches hounding him all week. Senior Bowl stuff. He's got the coaches in place, man. The only thing I don't think he has is the OC, and I think he's not even the head coach. Dan Campbell, he's not even the head coach, bro. Deuce Staley's the head coach, and I think Aubrey Pleasant got promoted to defensive coordinator. I don't know what's going on with Aaron Glenn. He's obviously got an interview coming up this week with the New Orleans Saints, so. I think Ben Johnson is going to be doing that OC work for the Lions. I honestly do. But it'll be Ben and Campbell. Campbell's more of a consultant. It's a brand new rule for the Senior Bowl. I think they can even trade players. I think it's a new rule too. They can swap players somehow. So we'll see what happens there. So I'm pretty sure the Ben Johnson's going to be the OC for at least the Senior Bowl. I got a feeling he's going to be the guy. So it wasn't all Statford, but he owns a piece of it. He owns a piece of it, but he's definitely it's the smallest piece possible. The Wolverine's okay to me, Steve-O. Zach Zenner definitely played for the Lions. It was Trinity Benson who we crushed on a kickoff. I didn't even know that, man. Well, what was Zenner played for the Saints? That's a possibility. I don't even know. Like, this year, I think Zenner. Did Zenner play for the Saints this year? Don't remember, man. Yeah, I think Dan Quinn gets the Bears job. I think Leftwich will get the Jags job as well. 2014 O-line sucked, even with Bell and Bush. We were 28th. Yeah, we weren't great in rushing, even though they had like 1,500 yards between both of them. Ton of penalties. But it was probably the best team. It was probably the best team that could have advanced. You know what I mean? Out of all Stafford's teams that were playoffs, which was only 3 of them, I think that was the best team that could have made it. I already have KC sweatshirt from 3 years ago. I'm a Niners fan. I love Orum's form. Thank you very much, my friend. I love it, buddy. Thank you very much. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I heard Call was going to Chicago, but got stuck in O'Hare looking for that back and forth. he did. Looking for that back and forth kind of thing. Oh, don't remind me of that kind of stuff, man. Go 32, then we got second round. Man, we're going to have 3 picks in the top 34. I'm all right. I heard Chicago was going to hire Colin, but he missed the flight. His clock manager has always been in question. 100%, man. Supposed to be there at 8 o'clock. He didn't come till 9:30. That's facts, man. That's facts. I'm thinking Ben Johnson got the OC job, and the Lions just haven't. Exactly. It's going to happen. I want Levi. I hope with a full offseason, hopefully a healthy offseason. You know what? I thought it was a good pick, too. I thought it might have been a little early for that pick, but I think he's got some potential. He needs to be a lot better for a second-round pick, though. Pickens has tiny hands. Now, that's the quarterback. Because I always get Pickett and Pickens messed up. Don't know why. Pickens has apparently the small hands, the quarterback out of Pittsburgh, right? Yeah. Put up some big numbers, though, last year. Big numbers. Joey, but are they going to – it's Pickett. Pickett's the quarterback. Pickett. Yeah, Pickens is the wide receiver out of Georgia, right? Joey, are they going to let him actually call plays? I think it's the title for Ben, but Campbell calls the plays. I think that's a good question, Don Burr. I think he's going to draw up plays, Ben Johnson, and I think it'll be a combo. It'll be a combo, man. It'll be both these guys communicating on what plays they should be calling. Because I think Ben Johnson helped out big time at the end there. Sean Payton is gone. I would have loved Pete Carmichael to come over from the Saints. That's who he is, from the Saints. I didn't know who you were talking about, man. But with the Senior Bowl next week, knowing it was anything, I'm thinking Ben Johnson got it. They just haven't made the call yet. I think so too. He has Goff hands. Oh no, we don't need that. Goff hands are 1 inch bigger. That's scary. Read the article about Pickett hands and his crooked thumb. Yeah. You know, I'd rather almost take a shot on Malik Willis. You know what I mean? Even though I think Pickett's going to be the first quarterback off the board, I just have a feeling. I'm not necessarily concerned about his small hands, really. But if he can't hold on to the damn football, then see you later. Mark, I say we should throw an offer to PJ Fleck as OC. I like his style. Him and him will be a must-see TV. Yeah, I don't think Fleck. I don't know, man. Fleck's pretty crazy, though, man. The Fleck is nuts. That would be must-see TV. Him and Dan Campbell, him and Motor City Dan. That'd be crazy. I don't think he's leaving though. The college, is he? Is there rumors about him going? I think if Fleck comes in the NFL, it'll be as a head coach. That's what I think too. You can't keep all your good players in the salary cap area. No, you can't, man. But you have to be able to retain some of them, or you have to be able to replenish somehow. And the Lions could never do that, man. They never could. You can't just let everybody go all at once, man, and then not worry about replenishing. They just couldn't do it, and that's what really made me upset. Yeah, you're going to lose players, but you have to be able to retain some guys. And if you don't, this is what happens, man. You're the Detroit Lions. You're supposed to get better as the years go on. When you start becoming a good football team, you're supposed to, stay on that course and upwards of a ladder, not downwards like they did after 2014. Downwards and up a little bit, 2007, and down again. It's just that's all it's been. It's always been a little bump, a little blip. Beep. Mostly, we're going downwards, man. Can't have that. The Montana State guy truly plays all 3 positions. I got to check this guy out, man. You're right, Zach Follett, man. Keep remembering his name was escaping me. Kudos, man. Yeah, man. I remember Zach Follett, man. I remember the what's it called? The fandom on him was absolutely ridiculous, man. He made that one huge hit. He made one huge hit on a special teams and he just became the guy. He was like he was the next Chris Spielman. He couldn't stay healthy. He wasn't really that bad of a linebacker. He was a late pick, started some games for us, but just could never stay healthy. That's one of my guys I like, Marcus Williams. That's a guy that I like. He's not the best tackler. He's not the best tackler though. So Tracy Walker kind of has him beat there, but I think he's more of a playmaker. More of a playmaker, can intercept the ball. More like a field general out there. He can make some plays for you, man. He can make some game-changing plays for you, but his tackling isn't the greatest. I will admit that. He's more of a ball hawk. More of a ball hawking safety. Yeah, I don't think Zenner played. I think Zenner's been done for a few years, man. Zach was a coffee shop business now. He has videos on YouTube helping out the homeless. So that's cool. I didn't know that. Good for Zach Follett. Did not know that, man. Shout out to Zach Follett. I like Marcus Williams paired with Walker, and I say that wouldn't be bad. You just got to be careful how much money you're going to pay Tracy Walker, man. Can't give him a lot of money. Williams will want a bankroll. He's gonna want a lot. He's gonna want big money because he makes plays, but he's gonna get paid. He's gonna get paid. I remember Zach Follett going in the cage with a real line with the Lions. That was awesome. I think I remember that, man. I think I remember that. The kid was pretty nuts. Yeah, I think Williams out of Holmes' price range. Holmes has money for maybe one splash play free. I doubt it'll be at safety. They're going to need a safety, though, bro. They're going to need a big-time safety coming in here. Walker's going to get paid, obviously, more money than what he's been getting. I hope they don't go over the $6-7 million mark with him. I really don't. I don't want them to drop a ton of money on Tracy Walker because he is not a playmaker. He's not. He's a sure tackler, but he's not. He's a guy that doesn't make plays. He doesn't make plays. Being a good tackler is not a playmaker to me. I want a guy that forces fumbles, fumble recoveries, picks, a lot of pass deflects. He doesn't do all that, but he's a sure tackler. He's going to get paid. He deserves to get a raise. I hope they don't drop a bankroll on him, man. Yeah, the Pickens one of those guys that did nothing and then exploded. He is one of those guys. He was a late bloomer, older dude too, I think, and yeah, but he's going to get probably picked in no later than the second round. I think he's going to go in the first. Some of these guys go late, man. Some of these guys bloom late, right? So who knows? Pickett is older too. It's right. Yeah. I was French kissed by a real live black bear at Oswald's Bear Ranch in the upper. That's crazy. I don't know what's going on. Why did that happen? No, I don't. Pickett is only 4 years younger than Goff. Yeah, Goff's what, 28, 27? How old's Goff? 27? So he's already like 20, 23, right? So it's not old. It's not old, but it's older, right? You kind of want a guy that's a bit younger, but I don't know. It would be fun to see the rowboat in Detroit like Flack did for West. That'd be nuts, man. If you don't give Ben Johnson the OC job and skip over Deuce Staley and bring in someone, I think some tension might start. I don't know about that. I've heard nothing. I've heard nothing about any tension going on between Lions brass or Lions coaching situation. I think Ben Johnson's going to get the job. I don't think Deuce Staley is getting the offensive coordinator. I don't know where everybody keeps saying Deuce Staley is in line for this OC job. He's a running back coach, right? He's a running back. I'm not saying he's incapable of doing it, but I've never heard that he is this guy that is like drawing up plays. He's a great running backs coach, and he's an assistant head coach, which is good. I think Deuce Staley's next job is going to be a head coach in the NFL. I don't think he's going to stay at just a running back and get promoted to OC. I think he'll become a head coach one day, Deuce. I don't know if it's it'll be, I don't know if it'll be next year after, but it'll be coming in a year or two, maybe a little bit longer. But I think Ben Johnson's getting that job. Rob, put the vodka down. Vodka. When is CJ Stroud draft eligible? I think he wasn't a true freshman this year, was he? I think you have to be 3 years out of I think you have to do at least 3 years in college. Isn't that what it is? 3 years? You got to do 3 years. So is it 2024? I don't know. Unless he sat on OSU for a year or so. I think I heard he was available next year. So he must have been a red shirt at OSU, and then he must have played obviously last year. And then I think he's available 2023. Put my phone down for a second and put Patty in timeout. People getting put in timeout. What happened? What did he say? I don't remember what he said. What did he say? Joey, honest mistake. 3 years, $4 million a year for Tracy Watt. He's getting more than that. I'd love if he took that deal, but I think he's gonna get a little more than that. I think he's gonna get upward around 6. I don't want him to go over 6. 4 sounds nice though, Nick. I wouldn't mind that. I think Tracy Walker is more of a third safety that plays in a box. I still question his coverage abilities. He's not good in coverage at all. He's not. He's not a playmaker, man. He's not a guy that's going to get picks. Even his last pick, even his pick he had at the end of the year this year, the ball was thrown right to him. It's not like he did anything. It was thrown right to him. So I like that he hits, and I like that he's a sure tackler, but I want playmakers, man. I don't want guys that can tackle 8 yards down the field. That's not impressive to me. If I was going to intentionally put someone in timeout, it would be Rob Swift. So the bear was eating Fruit Loops off my face, and I turned and it slipped its huge tongue down my throat. Like, what the hell, bro? Why did you have Fruit Loops? Are you wasted? I don't get it. Oh, that's crazy. You're nuts, bro. You're lucky it didn't rip your face off. Signed Tracy 3 years, $20 million, 15 guarantees, sent 2 million sign votes, 3 per year. See, man, like $5 million. I don't know, man. $5 million per year sounds better. $6 million, we'll see. So, yeah, bro, I went live tonight, man. I couldn't do it yesterday. I had some things that were going on, so I put it yesterday on YouTube that I was going live tonight. Just wanted to do like a quick solo. I was talking about baseball and stuff earlier, bro. So I was getting into the baseball, the Hall of Fame stuff about David Ortiz and Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds. So I decided just to do a little bit of a solo show for this week. Next week, all depends if I'm going back to work. All depends what happens, man. And I'll try to be on next week as well, too. You know that, man. They keep saying Jim Caldwell loves Justin Fields and has a plan for him. Yeah, sure he does. I'm sure he does. Is it going to be the same as they have with Stafford that didn't like to throw downfield? I hope so. I hope it's that. We're still here. Holmes has no connection, so he will go after alien Marcus Williams. New Orleans connections. Yeah. Not only Holmes, bro. Not only Holmes. It's Dan Campbell has those New Orleans connections. He's got those New Orleans connections. And so does Aaron Glenn. So there you go, buddy. Who is a sleeper we should draft, Marcus? Sleeper. Well, I did a draft. On the Draft Network. And there was a sleeper that I liked. Let me see if I can pull it up. I did a sleeper. It's a guy I like, Reed Blankenship. He's a safety. Now, it's a kid that I got him, I think, in it looks like I got him in the 4th round. Yeah. It's a guy that I like in the 4th round. Blankenship, I think we need some safety help. He's a guy that I definitely take a look at. And another guy that I drafted too as well. I drafted Seven Banks, cornerback. I think he went to Ohio State. I think he's Ohio State University. He's a potential starter in the NFL, I think. He's a guy that I think could slip in this draft. I like him a lot. Nice corner, good cover corner. Could do a lot of nice things for a defense. So He's a guy that I actually like, man. So that's Reed Blankenship, the safety. That's who I picked. And then this can't really see. It's all jacked up. Reed Blankenship. And then there's another guy that I took too. I went back-to-back safeties in this draft. I took Isaiah Polamalu, kid out of USC. The kid out of USC, another safety that can make some plays. It's another kid I like to keep an eye on too. That could be a late safety. I would like the Lions to go after safety and free agency, wide receiver. Yeah. I like Marcus Williams from the Saints too. I think we're going to need to hit on safety big time. I think we're going to need to bring in 2 or 3 of them. So, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, brother. We'll get on next week, buddy. Next Tuesday for sure. Mark, go to Oswald's Bear Ranch. It's right across the Mackinac Bridge. They will let you into a cage with a bear for $5. They're trained. It's bear refuge, only operated by donations. I'd do it. Man. You only live once, man, right? Lions have Dom Capers as senior defensive assistant. Maybe they should bring an old school senior offensive assistant. Yeah. I don't know who's available, but thank you, Charles Davis, for coming into the chat, buddy. Hey, bring guys in. The more the merrier, dude. I don't really know there's any other senior offensive assistants out there. But, hey, bring them in. They need to target Hanson from Scary Movie. Word is he has a strong hand. Oh, yeah, that guy. What was the one scene in him when he put the hand in the dip? Is that the one? Put the hand in the dip? Was it the dip or the cheese? I forget. Oh, my God. The kicker from Replacements, he's wiry. Yeah, that's right. Zakwa with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. What do you think of the Lions taking Bailey Zapp in the 3rd round, or would you want your quarterback to be in the 1st round? See, I've always said if these guys are going to go after a quarterback, I wouldn't want to go beyond the 3rd round. I don't know if Bailey Zapp he's a smaller quarterback. Good arm though, accurate. Got some talent. I don't know if he'll go in the 3rd round. I think he was the first guy to throw over 6,000 yards, though, wasn't he, or something like that? Did he even get to? He got to 6,000, I think. He put up astronomical numbers. You know, he didn't play in a great division, but he's still a pretty good football player. He is small, though. He is a tiny guy. He's smaller. I don't know if I'd want to take him in the 3rd, man. I don't know. I do like him, though. I have really nothing against him, man. He's a gamer. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Gardner Minshew. The Minshew a little bit. Better, I think, better arm, better accuracy, but he kind of gives me that vibe. He gives me that little bit of the Minshew vibe. Not saying he is him, just it gives me that vibe. I heard good things about Woolen, cornerback from Utah, had iffy measurables. That's a good kid I had to look into. Don't know nothing about. Palomalo was Troy Polamalu's cousin. He is? Okay. He was a pretty good football player at USC, man. He made some plays. He's dropping in drafts for whatever reason. I have to look into it a little bit more. Maybe there's some injury concern there. But I remember hearing that he had a nephew or a cousin that did play in college ball. I think that's where Troy went too, didn't he? He went to USC too, didn't he? Pretty sure. I think it's his nephew. I'm pretty sure it's his nephew. I like quarterback O'Connell, Purdue, 3rd or 4th round. It's a kid that's getting a little bit of action right now too. I have to look into him a little bit more too, but he's a guy that's got a big arm. Hal Lupino, I don't know who that is. Never heard of him. Hal Lupino from New Mexico State. That must be that's a joke. Hal Lupino. I guess see what you did there. I see what you did there, man. See with the jokes. Not bad. Like it a lot. Zappy is a 5th or 6th round guy. I think he's small. I think he's small, man. I was thinking more like 4th or 5th myself. I don't know if I want to take anybody with his measurables in a 3rd. I also like Trent McDuffie. He's a shutdown corner out of Washington. McDuffie's He's a guy that could definitely keep an eye on for sure. Jalapeno, that's pretty funny though. I almost fell for that one. I was like, who is that guy? Jalapeno. It's too much, man. Too much, man. You guys are too much. We're having some fun here, though, guys, man. We're about an hour and 10 minutes in. I'm going to have to break it up soon, though. Got to go upstairs and tend to the family, but we can still talk a little bit. We can talk about 15 more minutes or something like that. I do think we double up on linebacker for sure. Christian. I love Christian Harris. I don't think he's getting enough play. I think he's a solid linebacker. Devin Lloyd, I think, is a playmaker in the waiting at the next level. Former safety turned into a linebacker. Played on a really good defense, though. Devin Lloyd did in college, but he's definitely a guy I would love to keep an eye on, man. Devin Lloyd, both those guys. Christian Harris too, I like a lot. Just 2 seasons ago, Bengals were a worst team in the NFL. Now 1 game from Super Bowl. Why not us? Hey, why not? I think we got a lot. Obviously, a few pieces to go, a long way to go, maybe a little bit. But look what the Bengals did. Like you said, man, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, 1 game away from the Super Bowl. Not saying it's just those 2 guys, but they've gotten better. And those 2 guys make players better around them. Jamar Chase makes that wide receiver room look much better. And Joe Burrow is just Joe Cool, Joe Burr, Joey Glasses, Joey Bengal, Joey Big Nuts, Joey, whatever you want to call this kid. This kid is a real deal, Joe Burrow, man. Coolest quarterback I've ever seen. I've never seen a quarterback that cool. The only one that kind of acts like him is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has got that swagger to him, that Johnny nothing gets to me, especially when things are going right. But you see Joe Burrow doing things when things are going wrong. He doesn't even get excited, or he doesn't even get like mad. It's kind of crazy. Zappe is 6'1", 220. Yeah, I don't think he's even that big. I don't even think he's that big, man. Seriously, I've heard he's 6'1", 220, but I've heard he's barely 5'11". I've heard it from, I don't know, the internet. It's because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's true, but I heard that those numbers are a little bit exaggerated, man. He's very accurate arm. He can throw the ball downfield. You know what I mean? He doesn't have a rocket like Josh Allen, or obviously nobody really does, but his accuracy is really nice. I don't think he's 6'1", 220. But I'd have to be standing in front of him. But I just keep hearing that those numbers, 6'1", 220, is exaggerated. But you never know. Jones showed up against Bama in the playoffs. Who's that? Jones? We'll get a good look at Zappe in the senior. Is it Zappe or Zap? I don't even know. We'll get a look at in the Senior Bowl. Did we get him on our squad? Zap? Is he on our squad or is he on the other team? I don't remember. Leo Chanel and Jack Sanborn. Leo Chanel might be a good 2-down linebacker. I question his coverage skills. Don't know a lot about Jack Sanborn. Got to look more into him. Leo Chanel I've been kind of looking at. I know they play on the same team, but I know a little bit more about Chanel. But those Wisconsin linebackers, man, they always produce. At the beginning of the season, the Bengals were ranked 30th. Oof. Yeah, hey, man. Crazy stuff happens in the NFL, man. That's crazy. Bengals have money to spend in free agency. We have to wait year 3 to spend big. Yeah, we're not going to have to we have some money. We got $33 million, I think, in the bank right now to play with. And I see a couple moves to get more. I think Flowers is gone. That's gonna add about $10 million plus to that cap. So I think we'll have 40 something to play with, maybe 50. So we're gonna have some money. We're not gonna have insane money, but they might not even want to spend. Like you said, Don Burr, they might wait till year 3. I like Malik Willis' potential. Look at Josh Alexander Willis when he got that's my favorite quarterback, bro. It's my favorite quarterback, Steve-O. He's my guy. He's my guy. I think he's raw. I think he needs to sit a year, obviously. He got banged up a lot at Liberty. He was running for his life behind that old line. So he'd be a guy that probably needs to sit for a year and learn. Not necessarily learn from Jared Goff. Just learn. Learn the game. Learn to be a pro. Willis will be gone. Rams messing our pickup. Steve-O, shake my head up. Maybe. That could happen, man. I keep seeing that Willis is going to fall to us. I saw Bucky Brooks did a mock. He had Willis going to us at 31. I think it was 31. And I think DJ, the other guy, his boy there, can't think of his last name. DJ, you guys know what I'm talking about. Former scout, works for the NFL Network. He had us taking Willis, I think, at 29. Had us taking Willis at 29. So you never know. He might be there. He could be gone, though. Pronounced Zappy. Okay, I thought it was Zappy. I thought it was. I saw I was right. Is Tom Brady retiring this year? I don't know. 9 drinks, bro. I don't even know. I don't have a clue, man. If you listen to him, sometimes when you listen to these professional athletes talk, and when they start talking about family and it's almost as if they're mentally checking out already. He's talking a lot about his family, talking about how Giselle hates to see him get hit out there. He wants to spend more time with his kids because they're getting older. You know what I mean? So he's probably got some of these kids in quarterback camps. I'm assuming he does. He's got, I think, 3 boys. So I don't know what's going on there, but they're getting a little bit older. So he keeps talking about family a lot. I think he's going to play one more year, but it almost sounds like he's going to. I wouldn't be surprised if he does. Malik, not a punk either. Got a good head on him. I like Malik, man. I like Malik Willis, man. He seems like a really good kid. I think he's really, really raw, talent-wise. He's got a big arm. He runs. He doesn't have blazing speed, but I can get away from his speed. Moves the chains. So I do like him. I do like him as a quarterback prospect for real. If Willis falls, they have to take him. I love him, man. I do. I don't know. It just all depends. If he was there in the second round, I think for sure, I still would rather get another wide receiver, or I'd rather get another, maybe like a safety or another linebacker possibly at that Rams pick. But he's definitely an option. I got nothing against him. James and Cook, safeties from Cincy, watch against Baylor. Okay. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about now. Yeah. Yeah, those guys are good, man. Those guys are good. Willis, Howell, and Zappy on one team. Ritter, Pickett, and Strong on the other. I think we got the Willis, Howell, and Zappy, I think that's what we got, bro. That's the Senior Bowl, right? Pretty sure we got Willis, Howell, and Zappy. And then Robert Sala's got Ritter, Pickett, and Strong. I could be wrong, though, but I think that's what it is. I don't trust mocks of the combine pro days over. Yeah, man. Mocks, man. Mocks are just they're just fun to do. They're just fun to do. But I see Malik slipping in drafts. Like he's going late first. I've even seen him go into early second round. So who knows? The way that Willis feels pressure and escapes the pocket is special. I think so too. I think sometimes that O-line was so bad at Liberty that he kind of didn't really wait. I think maybe he could have stepped up into the pocket more. He could have been a little bit more patient, but I almost think he had some kind of form of PTSD being the quarterback at Liberty, because every game I seen of him play, he would one sign of pressure, he'd be gone. He would freak out and he'd go. That's why I think he's extremely raw. I think he looks to run the ball a little bit more than he does to pass, and that might have, and like I said, that might have something to do with him being beat up at Liberty, because every game I watched him, he was running for his life, trying to make plays, and that could be just a product of having a bad line, right? So I think he needs a probably a year of seasoning on the bench, learn the game, be better, be a pro. Jared Goff could teach him that. You know what I mean? They're completely two different quarterbacks, I think, but doesn't mean he can't teach him the ins and outs of an NFL quarterback. That's all I'm kind of saying. I wish the draft was tomorrow. We got a long wait. It's not that long, though, bro. It's not that long. We're almost in February. 3 months. We got 3 months. That's not that bad. That's not that bad, Antonio. Thanks for coming in the chat. I haven't seen you in here all day, so thanks for coming in. Appreciate it, my friend. If Brisker is there, I like him. I like the safety out of Penn State. It's another guy I like. Even when I was doing this draft, here, I'm going to write out this draft, guys, for you. I'm going to be quiet. This is what I did. I didn't put too crazy thought into this, but just tell me how you feel. This is how I'm going to do it. Tell me how you feel it. I'm going to do some. I'm not going to write everybody's full name on some guys. Some guys you might not know. Oh, my phone is dying. That's who I took, number one. That's who I took, number one. And then I couldn't believe this guy was here. My phone went to 5%. I didn't even know. This is who I took at 31. Actually, our pick was 2. So sorry, our pick was 2. There's 2 because number 1 went Aiden Hutchinson to Jacksonville. So this is 31. That's what I did there. Tell me what you guys think. And then this I couldn't believe. That's what I did the first 3 picks. That's what I did for the first 3 picks. I could have, if the draft goes like that for the first 3 picks, I'm done. Like, I'm happy. I'm more than happy. Obviously not done, but and then this guy was available, who I thought was absolutely incredible that he was there too. But I kind of understand. My phone is dying. This was my 4th round pick. That's exactly what I said, Steve. He needs to not learn how to just drop his eyes and go all the time. He's got to learn how to read defenses and step up in the pocket because he's got the arm to do it. I wanted to get in this draft, fellas. I wanted to get a safety in there somewhere. But I saw Jahan Dotson. I love him out of Penn State, the wide receiver. I think he's the closest thing. And I'm not saying he's Tyreek Hill. He's got that same vibe to me, man. The Kobe Dean linebacker at 34. I don't know how that kid was there at 34. I think he's the top 20, 25 pick. But guys do fall. Dean will go in the first. I think so too, Michael. I do. But he was there, so I had to pick him right. He was there. He was there, so I'm like, I can't even believe he's there. So I picked him. I know Dean won't last, bro. I know he's going in the top 20, but he was there in this draft I did. He was just there in this draft. I did a draft on the NFL Network. No, the Draft Network, sorry. And then my 97th pick was linebacker Chad Muma. I thought that guy. I wish my phone wouldn't be dying. Number 97 linebacker Chad Muma. Great linebacker. I think he's going to be a real solid. Wyoming, I believe. I'm going for Holmes' job, buddy. Give me the job. And I didn't really put a crazy thought into this. It's just, I just did it for fun. I did it for fun, man. It's fun to do. Anybody can do it. You go on the Draft Network. You're doing there's 1,000 different apps, right? Johan Dotson actually reminds me of Antonio Brown. That's a nice comparison too. I don't mind that one either, bro. He plays bigger than fighting. He's a threat and all. Bro, I love the kid. He's turning into one of my favorite guys in this draft, especially at wide. He's like my favorite wide receiver. I know he's not getting the Treylon Burks. He's not getting the Jameson Williams. He's not getting London. He's not getting that type of feel from a lot of players. I mean, from a lot of professional guys, like a lot of mock people. But I love him, man. He reminds me. I think Antonio Brown's he reminds me a little bit of Tyreek Hill, his game a little bit, man, but more physical. His cuts, the way he runs after the catch, just he's a solid player, man. I think Muma would be a really nice addition. He can do a lot of nice things. And this is where I went back-to-back safeties here. Let me write it for you. Reed Blankenship. Took him. And then I went another safety because I thought this guy, I actually couldn't believe he was still here, and I just missed him. I think this guy could be a nice addition. If I'm even spelling this guy's name wrong. Right. I mean, I wish my phone wouldn't be dying. Isaiah. There's a guy that I think that can make. It's a guy that I'm really starting to like, man. I'm really starting to like coming out. Good safety. Chad Muma, too, guys. If you guys want to get a really good look at Chad Muma, go to one of our guys. Raw Detroit. Used to be known as Noble Sports Entertainment. He's really great on NFL prospects. He has a nice one on Chad Muma. Go check him out, Raw Detroit. And he's been doing draft prospects forever, and he's one of the best at it, I think, man. And he really kills it with the Muma tape. Jalen Petrie is a nice guy from Baylor. I like him too. I don't think he was available. I think he went a little bit earlier than I was hoping. I was kind of hoping he would stick around. That's why I kind of went back-to-back safeties here. Blankenship might have been a little bit early. I really love the Palomar pick from USC. And then who else did I go, man? I can't even read this, man. It's going black on me. I want a defensive tackle here. Defensive tackle, PJ Mustafa. I think Penn State, I believe he went. Kid's nice. And then I went a guy that I actually like, and I took him late too. And then at the end, took a nice running back, last pick of the draft. And that was the draft. We'll see what happens there. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, those kind of last guys, I had to look at more. I remember looking a little bit at Seven Banks, cornerback at OSU. I do like him. Mustafa, Good defensive tackle. Kennedy Brooks, I didn't really know a lot about. I just kind of read a little quick snippet on him, and I just grabbed him. But that's basically what I did. It was a fun draft. I'll be doing more, obviously, and have some fun with it. Yeah, that's the linebacker, right? J.M. Brown from the Titans of Free Agency. Linebacker. But that's basically it, guys. I've been doing this for a while now. $1:30, hour 30 minutes. Anybody got anything else to say? One more question I'll take, and then I got to roll. I got to put my little girl to bed. I can hear my wife chirping at her right now, and she's and my little girl's lipping back, so I can already hear her. So that's basically it, guys. That's it. Having lots of fun with it. Thanks, Go Lions. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming into the Orum'S Den, guys, with me. Everybody made it out alive, including your boy. So let's all do this again next Tuesday, Tuesday or Wednesday. I couldn't do it yesterday because I had to do it today. Just some stuff I can't really do. Really solid. I will look up your later picks. I never heard of a 6th round round, but overall lines with that round, it would be a good draft. I think, man. Michael Peters, thank you, brother. Too many young guys at linebacker. I think a free agent makes more sense. Hey, man, I only took two guys. I took Chad Muma and Nakobe Dean. I don't think that's that bad. I don't know. We need to replenish, buddy. You got to get young. You got to get young at linebacker. You know what I mean? We have a lot of young guys. You throw in a couple mix of a couple older dudes, and then you roll with that. But I understand what you're saying, King James. That's why I only went 2. I think Chad Muma and Nakobe Dean. My God, we got those 2 guys. Wrap it up. But that's it, guys. I'm gonna go. I gotta roll. I can hear chirping in the background, man. So I appreciate it, guys. See you next Tuesday or Wednesday. Now it depends what's going on with my work. I don't know what's going on yet, but I'll probably see you on Micro Mike's channel, Gridiron's channel. We're going to do some stuff too. So, and then I'm going to drop some videos. I got videos coming out. I haven't dropped one in a few days, but we will have some talk. We'll have videos. We'll have everything out for you. Don't forget to like and share. I appreciate it, guys. All right. Have a good one, man. Let's go.